So today guys, we're back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the new proposed, at least, the crypto capital gains tax that is coming in for cryptocurrencies only made in America. So it says here, Eric Trump has reportedly confirmed that some US based crypto projects will soon benefit from zero capital gains tax, whilst non-US based projects will face 30% capital gains tax. So maybe this is coming straight off kind of the tariffs that Trump's putting in for a lot of other countries, and it's basically to kind of output there into the world that anything that's made in America will be cheaper than if it's made overseas due to the tariffs. And they can't really do that with cryptocurrency necessarily. For example, they can't tax a cryptocurrency for operating within the US, but this is a smart kind of way that they are proposing to get around that, basically putting a tariff on cryptocurrencies that are made outside of the US through a capital gains tax. So it's technically a 30% tariff, or whatever the capital gains tax is, upon those people that are using cryptocurrencies outside of the US. So I want to mention that this doesn't necessarily pertain to cryptocurrencies that are used outside the US. It mainly looks at cryptocurrencies that are made within the US. So maybe if they have a holding company that's in the US that was made there, or it was founded in the USA, that's when you'll kind of take advantage of that. So it says Eric Trump confirmed that the US-based crypto projects will have zero capital gains tax. So there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that have been made in the US. So we have a list here. So you have XRP, Solana, USD Coin, so USDC, Avalanche, Stellar, Hedra, Su, Litecoin, Uniswap, Official Trump, and a bunch of other ones as we go down the list. So one thing I want to note about this is it kind of calls into question, like, what is the point of cryptocurrency if you can impose certain zero capital gains against it? Obviously, this is going to drive more people to invest in these because you basically get 30% off when you're selling it, or however much the gains on tax is calculated out to. That's what you're going to be losing if you invest in any other cryptocurrencies outside of that. However, in cryptocurrency, the whole point of it is that it's decentralized and everyone around the world can use it. So by doing this, you're kind of taken away from the whole ethos of cryptocurrency, which we've kind of seen in the past, even with official Trump coin. It calls into question like what they're doing with cryptocurrency, because it doesn't really seem like they're 100% for it, but it seems like they're 100% for crypto coins made in the US, because that's going to drive people to use these ones instead of using, something like a Bitcoin, which nobody really technically knows where it was made. However, you can use it all across the globe. So one of the biggest ones obviously being up there is XRP and Solana. So these two, I think XRP is ranked number 4 and Solana is ranked number 7 on all of them by market cap. So that's a large amount of the cryptocurrency by market cap on the list, and USDC is up there as well. So they're capturing a large majority of the market with just these three, and a smaller proportion for the rest of them down here, Litecoin being included, which is good to see. But when you're looking there, total sector of market cap is 450 billion, so quite a lot. I believe overall it's 3.2 trillion across the globe. So they're basically capturing 1/6 of all the market cap of crypto within this. So, and that's going to lead people to actually invest into these coins more, because there's no capital gains on that. When you're looking here, this is just explaining what capital gains is. The difference between your capital gains and your capital losses is your net profit. So you have to have a cost basis. Let's say I buy Solana for $100 and it goes up to $200. I only get taxed on what I've actually made. So the initial $100 is not taxed, but the $100 after that as profit is going to be taxed at a certain rate. So this can be anywhere from, as you can see here, profits from the sale of an asset held for more than a year. So it has to be more than a year. If it's not more than a year, that is classed as income tax and you have to file it as income tax. To long-term capital gains tax, the rates are 0%, 15 or 20 depending on the taxable income and filing status. And then the short-term capital gains is a tax on profits from the sale of an asset held for 1 year or less. So they are taxed accordingly to your ordinary income tax bracket. So that's basically what I explained. I think it's the same for the UK and a bunch of other countries around the world. So with this actually coming in, there's going to be, talks about what this does for the market. Mainly, they're trying to drive innovation through America. So you can kind of see how this is happening across the board of America for a load of different sectors, not just cryptocurrency, but with tariffs on automobiles and heavy industry, which should drive more into the economy of these sectors through America. However, with cryptocurrency, as I said, it's kind of a global thing, and you are incentivizing people by putting a tariff on any other cryptocurrencies that are classed as more decentralized than these. To have a cryptocurrency, or a pure cryptocurrency, let's say, you would have to have something that's fully decentralized, so it doesn't have kind of any ownership or founding place on Earth, and then the scalability and security of the network. But that decentralization gets called into, question when you're talking about where a cryptocurrency was founded from or where it was actually built. So I believe to qualify for one of these, you actually have to have set up within America to start off, but developers can be across the world. For example, Bitcoin, no one knows where it came from, so we can't really class it as an American one. But if it came out later down the line in the future that Bitcoin was actually made in America, then, would the laws change on this? We don't really know. We'll have to see when it actually comes through. So I don't know when. It hasn't really given anything. It's just saying that it's allegedly confirmed by Eric Trump that there's going to be zero capital gains tax for US-based crypto projects. I believe that there's a bunch of them on here that aren't actually listed as well. Fluxcoin, I think Ravencoin is also US-based as well. So there's a bunch of them out there that are also not listed on here. But there are certain benchmarks that you have to hit. For example, made in USA cryptocurrencies are digital currencies developed and operated by American companies. So they kind of have to have a company attached to it to take advantage. I'm sure when this comes through, there's actually going to be an official list of cryptocurrencies, and we might see a shift in the cryptocurrency space for those that want more holders and more people to secure the network, where people will actually start to found cryptocurrencies within America just so they can get more investment through it because of the zero capital gains, and they'll hit all those targets to become a made in USA crypto. So it then goes on to say non-US cryptocurrencies, 30% capital gains tax on them, expects big inflows into US crypto. As we said, that's basically what's going to happen. There's going to be people that are going to flock to US-based cryptocurrencies, and then there's also going to be developers on the other end which are going to want to develop in the USA. So kind of driving forward this whole Make America Great Again thing, where he wants more of the industries to be based in America instead of exporting that out overseas. And cryptocurrency is just one of those other ones that they are looking to get into as well. As we also said, that calls into question non-US cryptocurrencies. Is that just everything else? Because there could be ones that, as we say, don't really have any foundings necessarily within any country. For example, Bitcoin, we don't know where that came from. We don't really know if that is going to be classed as a US-based cryptocurrency, and it will call into question by a lot of people, because Bitcoin's the biggest one, why we can't have it as a US cryptocurrency with zero capital gains tax. So there's obviously a lot of people on Twitter saying about, certain cryptocurrencies, but I believe that there'll be a strict list of cryptocurrencies that you can actually take advantage of this. And I believe that a lot of them, when that list gets released, we'll probably make a video on it, but when it does get released, we'll probably see a nice pump for a lot of these that we're seeing here and the other ones that are actually on the list as well. So here we have another list by CoinGecko. As you can see, it's kind of the same. Cardano's in there, Chainlink, a bunch of other ones. Sui, Official Trump again, Render, Algorand, Filecoin, Bonk. So maybe a bit of meme coins also thrown in there as well, but this is a more extensive list. But obviously, we still don't know what the actual approved list will be, because you probably have to hit a certain market cap firstly, and then you can be approved, and you have to go through the filings and stuff like that. And you're probably going to have to hand over a certain amount of information on the cryptocurrency to actually be verified as one of these, that you can take advantage of that. So that might be the next thing as we're coming up. Cryptocurrencies that are made in America and that have potential to be approved on this list are probably going to receive nice price speculation from people, and then when it does get approved, that's when you're going to see the price go up quite a bit more, and you would kind of guess that it would go up around 30% because there's no capital gains on it, so people aren't worried about losing 30% to capital gains. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this, if it's a good or bad thing for cryptocurrency overall, and make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this.